Okay, nee. Welcome to Daniel's clutch kit unboxing tutorial video thingy. Nee. So what we do now is we open the box here. It has, if you can see here, let's just get the light right. If you can see here, it has by this floppy key that goes in there, and it says to you lift to open. So you lift to open that side, and this side says the same, so you lift to open that side. Nee? Okay. So, just a little background story. Luk RepSet, non-asbestos. That means there is not asbestosis in this clutch, because all of the original clutch that you get in cars, all of the older ones, like since cars was invented till like I think it's 1995 they left out asbestos, because asbestos it just makes you ill. It gives you asbestosis, as you know. So when we open this, oh yeah, I was busy with this. I can show you here, you know. I think it's on this paper, but I'm not CC. This Luk clutch kit is for a Fiat Sienna 2001 1.616 valve. It is that big name over there, some Nederland naampie. I don't know where it's made. It's made in Nederland. Wrong word, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, because I don't know big words. So this is what you fill in: owner certificate of quality, to be retained by vehicle owner as proof of fitment of a brand new Luk matched clutch kit. Yes, it is also here for warranty, because Luk has warranty, because Luk is good. Look good, stay good. So when you fill in this form, it must be filled in by professional mechanic, which I am not. So this papiertjie means nothing to me. It is like just aftermarket product warranty. You know, it tells you everything: commitment to quality, clutch warranty, what to do if ever in the event of a clutch problem. But we don't care about this bookie. This bookie means nothing to us, so it can just lay there on the ground. Now, if you take out this package, I know what you're going to think. The package is out of the box, but actually not. You just have an empty box. So this box you put it aside. Not going to throw it away, because I need to put this back in. Then you take this package. You take out the stoppies. The stoppies is known as the clutch. I shall show you now. Then you got this cardboard divider that keeps the clutch and the rest of the components separate, to keep the clutch protected from any damage during transport. This is called release bearing. I shall show you what it do now. Then at the bottom of the package you get this thing. This thing is called your pressure plate. The pressure plate is the most important with the clutch, and this because without these three components your car is at a standstill, literally. So when you take that out of the way, you know that stroontjies, papiersakkies, you get this thing. Now this thing, known as the pressure plate, invented by this Netherlands people, because they were the first ones to invent a lacquer self-adjustable clutch. So this thing works very nice. So what this does is, when it is on the car, let us unwrap this first. I'm getting ahead of myself, but it's okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna bite the package, don't worry. So there is the package. Here you got the clutch. This thing is amazing. It is invented by Netherlands people. Very good, very nice. It works charmingly. It is in our Fortuner 2008 model. Ek is op pad. It's my mother. She says I must go eat, but I will finish this tutorial first. She can wait. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to explain these three components. It's very important that you know what they do. So testing. this thing comes in between this. So if this is on the flywheel, I know you're gonna say now, I don't know what the flywheel is, but it's fine. I'll send you a picture because I can't show you. So this thing goes on top of this thing, like this way, because it says to you, doesn't say to you, but if you know, you know. I'm smart, I know how it goes. Goes on like this. Then this part that is clean here goes onto the flywheel. So if it's on the flywheel, and this part is here, then it gets bolted in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. Gets bolted onto the flywheel. Then when you get your gearbox, the gearbox axle goes into these splines that you can see right here. You see it's like hobbeltjie goetertjies. Goes in there and it is stuck there because it must not spin freely. Must keep it to the clutch axle. Then this bearing goes on top like this, nee? And you see this finnetjie goetertjies, nee? This pressure it's this 'n drukveer in Afrikaans, as ek dit reg kan onthou. Don't know, it's a pressure feather. So if you put this release bearing, it's a bearing because this thing can spin in the ronde. This thing hooks onto your clutch release bar, and then that hooks onto your slave cylinder for your clutch, and then when you press the clutch pedal inside of the car, the hydraulic fluid goes to the slave cylinder, presses this thing presses into this, what did I just call it? A pressure feathers, and then it presses onto this, then this presses inside, and if this presses inside, then this whole thing collapses back, so it goes into it, you know, like the camera goes into it, and then it disengages from the clutch, so then the clutch does not spin anymore. It is now at the standstill. I'm joking, it's not at the standstill. It is inside the clutch, so the clutch is the gearbox, so the gearbox is still spinning, eh? And then when the gearbox is spinning, it just releases from the engine to reduce the RPMs on the gearbox. So it like harmonicize, whatever you call that. It goes into harmony with the wheels, so it goes into the same speed. So that when you shift gears, it does not grind the gears, it only goes into smoothly. Then when you release the clutch, this thing releases. This pressure feathers goes back, and then this thing comes up again. It comes up again. So if it comes up again, it presses against the clutch and the flywheel. Then it is engaged again. Then you know this whole thing is like lekker stewig, and then you can go very fast, very quickly. Then what makes this very, very good is because this is self-adjusting. So if this clutch is lekker and this is lekker, you know, it goes into it goes into like an harmonic balance with the engine. So then there's springetjies and goetertjies, and there's like this little things I can't show you on the camera because it's very dark, but there's this little thingies in the inside that releases when it spins, you know, and then it goes into adjusting the clutch so it is lekker. And what you know also is when this clutch, you know, it's this thickness, but when it goes to the thinner side because it spins a lot, you know, and then when you press the clutch and release the clutch, it eats a little bit of it off. So when it's off, then this thing comes out more because it has also springetjies and goedjies on the binnekant. That makes it go out more if the clutch goes thinner, you know. So I hope you understand the basic education of this clutch mechanism, and that what it does and what it doesn't do, and how it works and how it works not. And then I'm going to show you the old one. So I'm just going to go fetch the old one. I'm going to take a little break and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I just broke my toe, but it's fine. It's only like those things fell on my feet, but it's fine. Yeah, don't excuse the mess. It's a messy business. Wasted some paint on the floor, so we had to throw a little bit of sand on it, but it's fine. Now when you open the old one, I just wrapped it in a cloth to keep it safe. You know, when you put it next to this one, you can see this is what you call in good Afrikaans, this is called kak. Because this is just stupid, you can see. But like this one is old, it is used through very stupid, simple design made by Fiat itself. Then you get this onkedonk stukkie stront, also stupid. Nothing to explain here. You can see this thing actually is dead, but not really. It has a lot of life left, but it is strong. So we threw it out because it is rusted, like the pressure plate is rusted, and this was rusted to the flywheel because it was standing so lot. That's why it wasn't spinning. But also because you can see here, if you look closely to that, this groovies and this rivets are very close to each other. You know, it is almost like it is equilibrium. It is no dent. Like this one has dent on my finger. You can go, you see there has meat there. So yeah, that is strong. And then I'm gonna go to the radkas. I'm gonna show you how this goes on the radkas. So here we are on the radkas. The radkas is in the yeah, this is CV boots. Nothing important. CV boots are here because this one is broken. So if it is broken, gearbox oil just flows out of it. Need to put in new ones. But here is the axle. So I didn't take the bearing with me, but if you can see here, it has by the RMP, so this RMP engages and disengages, and in the inside it does that, you know, it moves forward and backwards. So the release bearing connects to this bar, and when you press the clutch, it's like this when it is disengaged, when the clutch isn't pressed. When you press the clutch, it comes back, you know, comes back to you, well, to me, I'm sitting here, and then it engages the I forgot words. The pressure plate, and when the pressure plate is engaged, the clutch is disengaged. Yeah, keep up with me. So when you put in the clutch, this hobble key one, the one that extends farther back from this one, it goes directly onto the clutch like so, onto the gearbox, and then the clutch sits there. So when the gearbox spins and it is engaged, the gearbox spins in the same speed as the car, and when you press the clutch, when you press this lever key, the bearing comes back, presses the pressure plate, and this whole clutch assembly goes back. You know, when it is pressed, it comes back a little bit. Now it's stuck, but I'll show you. It comes back like till it is flat with the axle, and then it is pressed against the flywheel, you know. Then when you press the release bearing, it goes back that little bit to disengage from the engine. But when you know, you know. When you know, you know. Yes. Very famous words from me. When you know, and then you know, you will know. So, when you know it is disengaged, you will see the car does not move when the engine is running, because the clutch is disengaged, but also because it is in neutral. But it is in first, and you press the clutch, it will not go forward, because it is also disengaged. And that is why. So that is my tutorial of how clutches work and what they do. If you don't understand, shame on you. So you just have to go Google it, watch a video on YouTube by professionals. I am not professional, as I said in the beginning. I am backyard mechanic here in this store on London. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Enjoy your evening. And understand cars, please.